Scientific study of Vedas, creation of universe, starting from Brahma. Now, today we are going to see who is Nandi. In the Purana stories, there is a character called Nandi. His duty is to act as a gatekeeper or anything like that. He will not allow others to enter into the nucleus or towards Shiva. Nucleus is Shiva. He will not allow, except a few. So that is the character Nandi in the Purana story. Now there is a story in the Purana, Shiva Purana, and we can go through it and try to see what it means. We know, as per Shiva Purana, there was a monk called Shilada. He has no children. So he met Shiva, or he managed to get a child, and Shiva blessed him. Blessed him to get a child. On one day, while he was plowing his field, we know plowing means after plowing, the figure we get is like this. Let this be the nucleus, or in the story it may be mountain. He is living near that mountain where Shiva was there. So Shiva gave the boon that he will get a child. So while he was plowing around in the field, plowing means it will be in this way. That is actually it is the structure of an atom. At the end of the plow, he saw a child. So this is the child. So this is the electron. In this orbit there are a number of electrons. So while plowing, he saw a child at the end of the tip of the plow, means this is electron. So actually they are referring the structure of the atom. He named this child as Nandi. He studied all subjects including dance, music, all sciences. That means all sciences are derived from this atom, and especially electrons are taking place. There are a number of electrons. These electrons are taking place in the reactions. Actually, outermost electron is taking part in the reaction, and that outermost orbit is called Sati, Parvati, etc. That we have already seen. In general, these electrons, there may be several electrons. These electrons are protecting this nucleus. So generally these electrons and the orbit are called, with orbits are called Nandi, or the force which protects nucleus from other entering inside the nucleus is known as Nandi. At the time of his 7th birthday, Mitra and Varuna, these are other gods, came there and blessed him, because but they not blessed longevity, because when he reaches 8 years, he will die. We know the maximum number of electrons in the outermost orbit is 8. So that is saturated condition. That is why it says he will die when it reaches 8. We know atoms are combining to form 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. Before 8, if there is 7 in the outermost orbit, these are very active. When it goes to another atom to combine with other to make it 8, after making it 8, it loses that special characteristic. He will die and become like other electrons. Other electrons are just revolving around it. They are not taking part in any activity. So they are dead electrons. Only electrons in the outermost orbit are active. They are taking place in the reactions, chemical reaction to form new substances. So Nandi do penance and Shiva came and blessed him. He wanted longevity and immortal also. So Shiva gave that boon. He also makes this Nandi. He also allowed Nandi to live along with him. That means these electrons are living along with this nucleus of Shiva. These electrons. He also gave a garland, and after wearing that garland, he got 3 eyes and 10 hands. That means this is the garland, and in that garland there is these electrons. When electrons move around this ring that is in the garland, there are 3 eyes. 3 eyes means it will give out energy in 3 forms. From atoms, 3 types of energies are obtaining. One is electron energy possessed by electron coming out from this atom, that is electricity. That is another one is from the orbit itself. Orbit itself is an energy source. When electron from one orbit jumps to another orbit, it will give out it energy or absorb energy, and likewise. And there is nuclear energy also. There are 3 types of energy and 10 hands. With these hands, atoms are combining with others to make 8 electrons. There are 10 different types of hands that we can see later while studying more detail about the bond structure and so on. There are different types of bonds. Actually, there are 4 bonds. Each bond contains 2 electrons, sharing of electrons. There are 4 types of bonds. 8 electrons are taking place. There are pi bond and other type of bonds also. So, actually, or in another way, there are 10 types of atoms. We have already seen that there are 10 types of Rudras. Rudra means atom. Here also, these electrons are known as Nandi. So, based on atom, 10 types are also possible. So, Nandis are also, there are 10 types. With these hands, they are combining with the other atoms. So, there are 3 types of energy coming out from atom, and there are 10 hands to combine with other atoms. There are 10 types of atoms. There are 10 types of Rudras. Likewise in this, if we are taking electron, based on the arrangement of electron, there are 10 types of atoms. So Nandis are also 10 types. With this they are joining. This decides the property of these atoms, and by which they are combining with other atoms, joining with other atoms, or catching other atoms. So Nandi is also living along with the nucleus, around this nucleus, and it is protecting this nucleus by not allowing others to enter into it. This atom size of the atom is very small. Only small particles and energy can pass through it. In that case also, electron cannot. There are major three atoms, three type of particle: electron, proton, and neutron. Electron cannot enter into it. No other things can enter into this nucleus to approach the into the atom. No other things can enter into this atom, passing through this orbits and reach the nucleus, because the atoms are very small, and so the space between it is very small. So other things cannot enter inside the atom. Only small things can enter, small particles can. That is, one is energy. Energy can enter. Then the smallest thing is electron. Electron cannot enter because these electrons are negative charge, and the other electron also is negative charge. Entering electron is also, there is a repulsion. So electron cannot enter into it. Only proton can enter. Proton and neutron can enter into this nucleus by a bombarding, that is called bombardment, by photons or gamma rays or proton or alpha particles. Such particles only can enter into it. So Nandi is protecting nuclear from not allowing other things. Only a few can enter, that is photon, gamma rays, alpha particles, protons, etc. Only such particles can enter. So Nandi gives permission to all those particles only, or energy, to enter into the nucleus, and it will not allow other particle or substances to enter into the nucleus. These particles will enter into the nucleus, which resulted in atom bomb or anything like that. That we can see later.